Hey boys, welcome back to some more Seagulls 2019 career. And after, last start we had a bye, obviously, so it's round 16, which it's probably a good time for us. You know, a few players playing, out of position, getting a little bit more fatigue. So getting that bye, we did get a win before the bye, which is good. The week before that, we got pumped by I was looking at the the summary, and we got pumped by Rabbitohs, I think. Absolutely trounced. So hopefully we can continue the form after this bye. Reuben Garrick has been suspended for one match from last start, which is frustrating. He was our goal kicker. I think I didn't actually look at the team, but I think Brendan Elliott will come straight onto the wing. Obviously Elliott, yeah, I've got him. I didn't even bother changing the kicker. Obviously I probably should have, but I just kept it on Elliott, who can probably kick okay. Hopefully we don't. Well, I was gonna say hopefully we don't score that many tries, but hopefully we do, dude. So it doesn't have to worry. But obviously Elliott was sort of the other option to put at fullback. But yeah, like I said, I've gone with Dylan Walker, and Elliott's gonna. Yeah, a bit of a fill-in player. He's a solid fill-in player, honestly. Elliott. He's pretty underrated, but probably not at that level where a club's gonna want to keep him as like their first choice dummy half. So he's sort of good, very good, very solid, but not quite at the level, which is unfortunate. But he's got more chances than probably like heaps of other players in like a similar position have, so can't be too disappointed. As right here, terrible defense. BQ goes straight up the guards. We actually came up with a bit of a try saver, but he got the offload away to Aaron Woods, who scores, and it's probably pretty fitting. Honestly, it was such terrible defense for him to go straight up the middle like that. So it was our own fault right there. Dylan Walker came up with a big tackle. Unfortunately, the other boys did not come back and help out enough. But one thing I did want to mention as well, as they're going to knock it on here, Bikuya, that a couple of people have commented to put Cherry Evans as the goal kicker when Reuben Garrick is in the team, and I don't know if people are saying that because Garrick is not, like, his stat on the game isn't that good, or they're saying it because they think Cherry Evans is the better kicker. But I'll touch on both points. One, obviously Cherry Evans on the game would be a better kicker, but personally I don't know, I like the challenge of the kicks being tougher anyway from the sideline. So that doesn't bother me. I like them, if they're from the sideline, most kickers do not kick like 100% from the sideline, and especially from depending what side is Dylan Walker here. What a bit of play that was. There were two Sharkies who were offside, so there was a massive gap. I stepped which slowed us down a bit. We could have actually just gone straight through, and then just the speed of Walker. He's very quick over 20 meters. He's got some very good. He's similar to Michael Jennings, Dylan Walker. He's definitely lost a bit of his pace from when he was sort of at the Rabbitohs and when he first joined Manly, but when he was in his like prime, he was similar to Jennings in that he just changed direction so quickly. But yeah, that was the first point about the kicking, as Dugan is going to take it over the sideline. But that's the first point. The second point, if you think Cherry Evans is the better kicker, he's definitely not. Reuben Garrick is like a sharpshooter, very good. As Brendan Elliott here, getting a chance, and he's just going to burn his opposing winger. What a try. The little bit of change up, we usually try to crab across with our fullback and set up the winger. That time we just gave him early ball, and Elliott just absolutely burns. Who was it? Fecky, maybe? I'm not actually too sure who the winger was. But yeah, Reuben Garrick is definitely the best goal kicker at the Seagulls. He's a very, very good goal kicker. So that's just a little bit of touching on that point. Actually, I think Aaron Gray is the winger on this side. Sort of looks like it from this distance. So yeah, that was the only little thing I wanted to touch on with the goal kicking. Just for anyone maybe wondering, or a couple of people had mentioned it. So yeah, that's the reason. Unfortunately, we turned the ball over just before the break. We had a good opportunity to actually post another 4-pointer, but a big shot coming in, knocked the ball loose. Can't really stop that. Good defense at the end of the day. It's going to be a 12-6 lead. Wet conditions. You know, you'll take any lead at halftime, and I think we played pretty well. Four errors, but I think those errors, you know, the errors and the completions obviously a little bit. They don't really read the game as well as some, you know, other stats, because the completions, it just doesn't really, you know what I'm saying, maybe. Unfortunately, they're gonna score straight away. The offload, I think it was a bit harsh to be called forward, and then on the back of it, off the scrum, Josh Morris just one-on-one missed tackle, and we couldn't cover across quick enough from the scrum to cut him off. So an absolute terrible start to the second half. 12 all going into the last 20-odd 30 minutes of this game. It's what a kick. It was this Johnson puts an absolute beauty. Jeez, the AOA usually aren't the best kickers, but that was actually unstoppable. That was a great kick. Could not get across, and it got the perfect bounce. Usually when we kick for a 40-20, it just sits up on his point and doesn't go anywhere. That one just rolled on and just could not be stopped, as the Sharks here. Very good opportunity to just go bang bang, and there you go. I tried to come out of the line. I tried to tackle him. I think it was one of those times, sometimes when you try to make a tackle too early, like I knew he was going to get the ball, but I think I might have like tried to tackle him just before he got it, or I think sometimes the game, like you can, it's right there. The momentum is killing us. We are just on the end of some, not bad decisions or unlucky, just the Sharks have just got a roll on here, and we just can't get the footy. We just can't touch the football this last 10-15 minutes. But sometimes, well, the game, not sometimes, but it is very much, and there you go, off the scrum. That was, you know, that's just poor defense. I tried to come up with the shot, and it was actually Matt Pry. He put me off. They were like right next to each other, and then they sort of like bumped each other away. But sometimes when you try to make a tackle and they don't, like they might have just had the ball, like the game sort of has a bit of like lag. It's not lag, but you can't like tackle someone as soon as they touch it. I think it's a little bit strange, as right here everything's just turned to shit. I don't know where was our center and winger. I have no idea. That was extremely strange. And then on the back, Johnson is going to score. What has happened, dude? They're all offside. And then I just completely whiffed with Walker. But what was doing with that? I tried to go across field, and the center and winger were nowhere to be seen. It was the back rower. It was Finu. I think it was Finu, the 16 maybe. He was going across field, and there was no one. I passed it, expecting there to be someone, and it just hit the deck, and it's 30-12. We're winning 12-6 at half time as Brendan Elliott gets down the sideline there. But it's been a disaster. It's been an absolute disaster here as the kick goes up. It's a little bit deep, but Dylan Walker, oh no. What has happened there? It's going to be a dropout. Did we score? Dylan Walker gets up. I thought he knocked it. No, I guess it comes up the Shark. Is that a try? Is it like a double knock on? No, it's definitely just a... I don't know, dude. I don't know. It's so hard to tell because like the put down is a bit funny, but I think that would be a try. Like, I don't know. Were we robbed of a try? Maybe. It doesn't matter. We're like, there's no way we're going to come back and win, but yeah, that was a weird one. I think we should have got a try there, but you know, at the end of the day, it's not going to affect it. And there you go. We tried to come up with the offload forward pass, so a little bit unlucky. aspect there, and I guess, you know, when we go away from this game, we can blame the rest for the performance and the bloody the result here, and it's gonna get from bad to worse as Josh Dugan is gonna streak away. I feel a little bit annoyed because that's like a 12-point turnaround. They wouldn't have had the ball in that position if we got the try, but yeah, the game was well and truly gone before that point. So a bit of another flogging, dude. We had that, like I said at the start of the video, we got flogged from the Rabbitohs, and it was like 24-6, 24-4. Then we had a sort of a grindy win. Then we had the bye, and now an absolute thumping from the Sharks. So, you know, the loss of Trebojevic, I keep talking about it, but it's starting to affect the team, because we were not getting beaten by this much at the start, and it's turned around badly. Hopefully we can get out of this little bit of a slump. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series. Make sure to like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one.